Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Rakesh Rai, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Uddha PG College, Kushinagar. Here I am going to start the presentation on the topic Asterias, a sea star, general characters, life history and development. First of all, the introduction. The Asterias, which is commonly known as sea star, because it looks like a star and found in the marine water. That's why its common name is sea star. Belongs to phylum kingdom Animalia, phylum Echinodermata, class Asteroidea, order Forcipulatida, family Asteridae, genus Asterias, species Rubens. Scientific name is Asterias rubens. All the animals are kept in the kingdom Animalia. Being an echinoderms, a sea star is also found in the marine water. Echino means spiny and derm is skin. So, Echinodermata means a spiny skin bodied animal, which is one of the important characteristic feature of Echinodermata, phylum Echinodermata. And a starfish being a echinoderms, it is also a spiny skin bodied animal, looks like a star found in the marine water. The figures show about the systematic classification of the starfish. Habit and habitat of Asterias. Sea star is free-living marine animal that occur on the sandy or muddy bottom. That's why it is also known as bottom-dwelling animal. Asterias may crawl over rocks and shell, move slowly on the hardest substratum, or may adherate with the help of the tube feet, which is one of the important structure of its body. Most species of starfish are generally solitary, which means live in a uh, isolated place, not in a colonial form, but under certain ecological condition, they come close together for the purpose of protection. All the sea stars are carnivorous, flesh-eating animal, mainly feeds on the crustacean, polychaetes, and mollusks. Asterias mostly possess a pentamerous body plan. Pentamerous body plan in which the main body is small, which is also known as central disc, and from the main body, arms radiates in different five directions. And such type of body is known as pentamerous body. Radial symmetry has been found, however, secondarily derived from a larval bilateral symmetry. In larval stage, bilateral symmetry has been found, but in adult stage, radial symmetry has been reported. The body consists of a central disc, which is the main part of the body, and from which five arm originates in different five directions, which are elongated tapering and symmetrical spaced projection. The size of the starfish varies from 10 to 20 centimeter in diameter. However, some forms may be much smaller or longer. As far as coloration is concerned, shades of yellow, orange, brown, and purple have been reported in starfish. The body looks like a star, so body is flat and divided into oral and aboral surfaces. Oral surface is that surface which is under the normal condition directed towards the substratum and which contain mouth in the which is present in the center, which is commonly a pentagonal aperture with 5 angles and each directed towards an arm. Mouth is generally surrounded by a delicate membrane called perioral membrane, or it is also known as periostome, which is guarded by 5 groups of oral spines. From each angle of mouth extend radically a narrow groove which is known as ambulacral groove. The picture shows the schematic view of starfish dissection. The picture shows the central disc, another part of the body, like it also shows the stomach, digestive glands, anus, gonads, ring canal, radial canal, ampulla, tube feet. They all are shown in this picture. Oral surface. Generally, the surface is contain the mouth and which is present toward the substratum. It is generally flat and of dark orange to purplish color. Oral surface is also known as actinal surface. This surface also bear following parts like mouth, ambulacral grooves, tube feet or podia, ambulacral spines and sense organ. Aboral surface just away from the oral surface. Aboral. Ab means away, oral means mouth facing surface. Opposite to mouth facing surface, it is known as aboral surface. It is the upper and slightly convex dorsal surface of the body. It is of light orange to purplish color. The aboral surface bearing following a structure: anus, madreporide, which is a part of the water vascular system, which will be discussed later. Spines, the spiny bodies are also found in the aboral surface. Papillae or gills, and pedicellari. These structures are found on the aboral surface. Body wall of a starfish. Generally, the body wall of a starfish consists of the following parts: epidermis, dermis, muscular layer, and parietal peritoneum. The outer surface is made up of cuticle, and below the cuticle there is the epidermis. Epidermis extend all over the body surface but veer off over the spines. It consists of serrated columnar epithelial cell and few scattered gland and neurosensory cells. The gland secrete a protective mucus sheet around the body. Below the epidermis, there is a dermis, which is separated by the epidermis by a thin basement membrane. The dermis is a thick layer of fibrous connective tissues. Its outer region contains self-secreted calcareous plates or ossicles, which form a hard endoskeleton. Whereas the inner region of the dermis contains several dermal spaces. Muscular layer consists of involuntary or smooth muscle fiber forming an outer circular and inner longitudinal layer. Below the dermis, the longitudinal muscle layer is thicker than the circular muscle layer and more developed on the aboral than on the oral side. Parietal peritoneum, that is the innermost layer of the body wall, lining the coelom and consisting of ciliated cuboidal epithelium cell. The figure shows the different layer of the body wall with a different structure. A starfish is a voracious carnivore that feeds on the flesh of the some organisms. They prefer to prey on the sedentary marine animals like clam, oyster, snail, crab, worms, and even sea urchin and other smaller starfish. The starfish possess complete digestive system. The complete digestive system is those digestive system in which mouth and anus both are present, and all the digestive tract are situated in the central disc. The alimentary canal is tubular, straight, short, and extend vertically along the oral aboral axis in the central disc. The alimentary canal consists of the following parts: mouth, esophagus, stomach, intestine, and anus. A stomach is a spacious sac occupying most of the interior of the central disc. It is differentiated into the larger oral part or cardiac stomach and the smaller flat pentagonal sac or latter part which is known as pyloric stomach. Cardiac stomach is a large sac whereas pyloric stomach is a pentagonal small sac. Further, the stomach leads into the intestine. It is a short five-sided tube extending vertically to the aboral surface where it opens out by an anus. Anus is a small rounded aperture situated somewhat eccentrically on the aboral surface of the central disc. The figures show the different region of the digestive tract present in the central disc. Water vascular system. It is one of the most important characteristic feature of the echinoderms. It is a unique system of echinoderms which mainly help in the locomotion. It is a modified part of the coelom consisting of system of canal or channels containing seawater and amoeboid corpuscles. It plays an important role in the locomotion of the animal and it consists of the following parts like madreporite, stone canal, ring canal which is generally situated in the center, and in the ring canal there the Tiedemann body are also present. For the ring canals opens into the radial canal and the radial canal further opens into the lateral canal, and the lateral canal, by the side of the lateral canal there are the tube feet which helps in the locomotion. The tube feet also consists of the following three regions: ampulla, podium, and sucker. The wall of the tube feet also perform the process of respiration, but it barely helps in the locomotion. Locomotion is performed with the help of the water vascular system, which set up a hydraulic pressure. It can move on the horizontal as well on the vertical surfaces by the help of the tube feet. Circulatory system of Asterius. A true blood vascular system is wanting in the echinoderms. The so-called circulatory system include following two systems. The hemal system, which is included within the system which is known as perihemal system. So it is of two system, perihemal system and hemal system. A specialized organ for the excretion are lacking. So the nitrogenous metabolic excretory waste usually contain ammonium compound, urea and creatine, which is passes out with the process of diffusion. The coelomocytes have significant role in the excretion of excretory waste from the coelom. Reproductive system in a starfish. The reproductive system of the starfish is a primitive type. However, a starfish is a prolific animal. Lay The female lay about 1.25 million eggs per hour, producing about 200 million eggs in a season. In a starfish, the other reproductive organ like copulatory organ, accessory gland, receptacles for storing ova, and reservoir for storing mature sperms are lacking. Asterisk is a unisexual animal in which the sexes are separate, but they do not show the sexual dimorphism. Some sea stars are hermaphrodite, but and the gonads act as a main reproductive organ. There are 5 pair of gonads, one pair in the base of each arm, lying freely between the pylori theca and ampulla of tube feet. Testes and ovaries are morphologically similar and occupy the similar position. So they are morphologically similar in a structure, but color variation however exists. Testes are grayish in color, whereas ovaries pinkish to orange in color. Life history and development of a starfish. The most species of starfish have only one breeding season, that is in a year, and the breeding season is breeding takes place in a spring season. Sea star is highly prolific. During breeding season, both the type of mature sexes set their sex cell in the sea, and the fusion of male and female sex cell or gametes takes place in the sea water. So the fertilization, which is known as the fusion of the male and female sexes, takes place outside the body. That's why it is known as external fertilization. After fertilization, embryo development takes place. In a starfish, development is indirect, means it includes various larval stages. The fertilized egg or zygote is spherical, half millimeter in diameter, and contain little amount of yolk, and that type of egg is known as microlethal egg. After zygote formation, cleavage, which is the first stage of development, takes place. Cleavage means segmentation, which is holoblastic and equal. Holoblastic cleavage in which complete egg is divided and practically they are equal, and it converts the unicellular zygote into single layered, hollow, ciliated and spherical structure called coeloblastula, which is a spherical cultivated embryo, swim about freely. Further, blastula undergoes embolic invagination and become a two-layered cup-like gastrula. Gastrula. After gastrula, larval development takes place. At the time of gastrula, ectoderm, endoderm are formed as the outer and inner layer, and the new cavity of the gastrula formed by the invagination and lined by the endoderm is called the archenteron or primitive gut. It opens to the exterior by a wide opening, the blastopore. During gastrulation, advancing end of the archenteron buds of the cells into the blastocell which form the mesenchyme or mesoderm. The advancing archenteron also form the lateral pocket which soon pinch off as the right and left coelomic pouches. The latter gives rise to coelom. The embryo at this stage becomes a free swimming larva and further larval development takes place. This is the figure which shows the development of the starfish. First of all, the adult male and adult female starfish set their sperm and ova in water where the external fertilization takes place and zygote is formed. Further, fertilized zygote undergoes cleavage and after that morula is formed. After morula, blastulation takes place and after blastulation, gastrulation takes place by the process of invagination and after gastrulation, larval development takes place, which is the larvae involved are early bipinnarea larva, late bipinnarea larva and branchiolaria larva. Further, branchiolaria larva settle down, attach to the substratum and after metamorphosis, after some time develop into the new starfish. So this diagram shows the development of the starfish from the egg to the adult, to the young ones. And during the entire process, larval development takes place. So that's why it is known as indirect development. The larval development of the stages include the following larval stages. First is the dipleurolar larva, bipinnaria larva and branchiolaria larva. Dipleurolar larva is also known as early bipinnaria larva. This is the first larval stage in all the echinoderm. Therefore, it is also known as early bipinnaria larva. The early bipinnaria larva soon develop into the bipinnaria larva and further bipinnaria larva develop into the branchiolaria larva. The lobes of the bipinnaria develop into long cylinder ciliated contractile structure called larval arms and further convert into the branchiolaria larva. It is a bilaterally symmetrical and swims and feeds actively and gradually by the process of metamorphosis they develop into a small sea star. Metamorphosis is a term which is used for a marked structural change from a larva into adult. All the events which takes place during the development from the larva into adult is known as metamorphosis, and in about 6 to 7 weeks the branchiolaria larva settle on the bottom or some solid object and is fixed with that by an adhesive arm. Now the larva metamorphoses into a radially symmetrical adult. The larva mouth and anus and ciliated band disappear and new mouth and is formed on the left side of the larva and new anus is developed on the right side. So the newly hatched rudiment of the body of the sea star is less than 1 mm with short stubby arms. And through the process of metamorphosis, they convert into the young sea star. So स्टारफिश के लाइफ साइकिल में 3 लार्वल स्टेज का डेवलपमेंट होता है, टाइप्लुरेला लार्वा, बाइपिनेरिया लार्वा और ब्रैंक्युलेरिया लार्वा। ब्रैंक्युलेरिया लार्वा फर्दर सेटल करता है बॉटम पे, और आफ्टर द प्रोसेस ऑफ मेटामॉर्फोसिस वो एक न्यू यंग वन स्टारफिश में डेवलप कर जाता है। थैंक यू। आशा करते हैं आपको, आप सभी लोगों को कंसेप्ट स्टारफिश इकाइनोडर्म्स के बारे में क्लियर हुआ होगा। धन्यवाद।